Watch this. They use Psalms 1 to train up their children, to let them know this is how you get out of life good things. It says you don't walk, you don't sit, you don't stand in ungodly places and expect godly results. I'm sorry. So in the Jewish culture, they use this psalm as the standard for the household, to say if you get this down, then you can connect to the Lord is my shepherd. If you get this, then you can get to I can bless the Lord at all times. If you get this down, then you can get the enemy came to eat of my flesh, but they stumbled and fell. You know, you can get to this if you master that. Sometimes, watch this, sometimes we try to get too deep and go to level 25 when what we really need is on level 1. Watch this, because I can't get to level 25 until I'm able to get to level 1. We can't bypass. You can't go to school and be 2 years old. Well, you don't really go to school at 2, but you can't go to school at 7 years old and expect to go to the 8th grade. You got to learn to go through some things in life that prepares you to the next level. This is what Psalms 1 is. It's an introduction to your success. But you have to understand that every success there is a struggle. There is a struggle. There is a struggle. If we be honest about it, this walk hasn't been the most easiest walk. Especially when you know what God delivered you from. And He tells you to be peaceful. But you're dealing with finicky people. And you know God delivered you from using certain language. And folk at your job or even in your family try you, and you still remember that language. Am I talking to somebody? And now you got to learn how to keep your mouth tame when before you didn't have a problem pulling it out real quick and let them know, baby, you really don't know who I am. Oh, okay. Now he says, blessed is the man, or the Hebrew word for blessed is happy. Most happy. He's happy now. Why? Because he has security. He has security in God. He has security within himself, where now he's not intimidated by the external influences of this world that causes him to compromise his character and causes him to walk a double-minded lifestyle where he's saved on Sunday, but on Monday, So when we look at, I want to talk about 3 things. I want to talk about the opposition of the believer. I want to talk about the disposition of the believer, and I want to talk about the, wait a minute, the position, I'm sorry. The opposition, the disposition, and the position of the believer. Ephesians 6:12 says, we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. Another translation says, we don't struggle with flesh and blood. Even though I'm dealing with you, it's not you that I'm dealing with. Said we deal with principalities, we deal with dark powers. Basically talking about we dealing with devils. I know we Baptists, but we dealing with devils. Dealing with devils. He says basically what we're dealing with is we're dealing with the natural results of spiritual influence. So you can't go to war with the flesh. Oh, I feel old school right here. You got to learn how to get back on your knees and pray about a situation. You can't have the old mentality that you once had before. I'm going to get that Negro. But you got to learn how to get down on your knees and Father. Oh, I'm sorry. That's old school. I stretch. You got to learn how to go back to those times where you push the plate back and you say, Lord, I don't know how to deal with this situation, but I will trust in the Lord. I in the Lord. Okay. He said, he's blessed, he's happy, he's secure, because he learned how not to walk in the counsel of the ungodly. The reason why, at first when I read this, I always thought they were talking about people. I thought they were talking about ungodly people. I thought they were talking about sinful people. And I thought they were talking about scorners or mockers. Truthfully, they're talking about the internal being of that individual. They're basically saying he's blessed because he did not transition his life to develop an ungodly mindset that will ultimately develop a sinful behavior and then will turn you to become a mocker of God. It is one thing for me to be able to say no to you if you ask me to go to the club. It's another thing for me to learn to say no to myself. And the trick of the enemy is to make you think that your battle is with other people, but it's really within yourself. Because I got some numbers in my phone that I battle with every day. And watch this, can I be real and transparent about it? I deleted the numbers but still remember them. And it seemed like just when my flesh is in a place of need that I really remember those numbers. When I tried to remember it, I couldn't remember it. But when the devil tried to slip me up, he said it's 314-718. You call her right now. She's, oh, okay, I'm sorry. He doesn't develop a worldly mindset in the lifestyle, nor does he possess or continue to possess a mental flow of the world, but he has enough strength to think above the present condition of his life. Paul says in Romans 2:12, be not conformed to this world. Be not enclosed to this world. Be not a model of this world, but be transformed by the what? The renewing of your mind. Oh, wait a minute, pause. By the renewing of your mind. Not God renewing your mind, you renew your mind. See, when I got saved, I thought once I went down in the water, that everything would be okay. But the real battle came when I got out of the water, and I kind of, wait a minute, watch this, I still kind of felt the same way that I first went down. And I thought there was something wrong with me, because I said, God, why are these thoughts still here? I thought you got rid of them. He said, no, I didn't get rid of them. I left them there to show you how powerful you really are. So that when the enemy would come against you, I'll teach you how to raise up a standard against you. Oh, God. Sometimes God will leave some stuff there just to prove how powerful you really are. But you can't get tricked by the devil to think that you're still back there. He says you might be there, but I'm with you this time. And he walks with me, and he tells me that I am his own. See, the enemy knows that in order to keep you away from your blessing, it's not through physical blockage. Because truth be told, we've been to the point in our life, and most of you all are veterans, so you probably passed me, most likely, hopefully. But I've seen some old ones that's just like me too. But truthfully, if somebody says no to us, they don't really stop us. So the enemy doesn't come really with physical blockage. He comes with mental handicaps. Because he realized that if he can keep the mind sane but leave the body being new, that you'll mess the new body up. He's not intimidated because you fast, pray, send your tithes, come to church every Wednesday and Sunday. He's intimidated by when you change your mind in life. He's not intimidated because everybody pats you on the back and say you're doing good and you're doing well and you speak real prolific and you know how to work a crowd. He's not intimidated by that. The reason why he's not intimidated by that, he